Easter is just around the corner, and if you're looking to skip the sugar rush this year, we've got you covered. We have author, mom, and creator of the best ideas for kids. Her name's Kimberly McLeod, and she joins us to share creative non-candy Easter basket ideas. These are going to spark imagination, learning, and fun. Kim, it's so good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, I want to talk about these fantastic Easter baskets that you have sent us. We're looking so forward to awarding one of our viewers with these. But first, though, where did the idea to create the best ideas for kids come from? And let's also talk about how it's kind of grown into this great resource for parents and also educators as well.
Yeah, so after my first son was born, I was off on maternity leave with him and just started kind of creating some keepsake crafts with him. And this is like 10 years ago now. So, back then, Pinterest was just kind of starting to take off. And I shared a bunch of those crafts on Pinterest, and things went kind of viral. And I guess you could say the rest is history from there. That's really how it all grew. And now I'm creating, or have created, basically what I like to call your one-stop shop for all kids' crafts, activities, and ideas to keep kids busy, basically.
I love it, and Easter's a perfect time for exactly that, right? I mean, I think a lot of parents were trying to navigate away from the sugar-laden baskets, right? And we're looking for activities that can really help not only entertain our kids, but also educate our kids, which I think you have some wonderful options here. So let's talk about some of the non-candy Easter baskets that you sent us here today. What makes them so special?
Yeah, so I've got two basket ideas here, and you can mix and match, take some of the ideas from one and, incorporate them into your own basket. But on the right here is the craft basket. So basically, you've got your recycled craft book, which is my fun and easy crafting with recycled materials. And the best part about this book is you only need recycled materials and a few basic supplies. So you can build this basket where you have your basic supplies, some paint, glue, paintbrushes, pom-poms, pipe cleaners, that sort of thing. And then all you need is recycled materials. So kids can actually take the basket now and they can go and get crafty right away and be independent and create things on their own after Easter, which we all love.
I love that. So it encourages imaginative, independent play, which is fantastic. Also over here, you have another book that, well, a number of books actually, you've created some great things here. This is Would You Rather questions also, and then it looks like a bunch of games in here. You got Jacob's Ladder, It's Fun to Be Smart, you've got this puzzle. This is also another great great basket idea. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, so that basket is all themed around brain games. So you've got some conversation starters like the Would You Rather book. We like to use that around dinner time. It just gets kids kind of talking, and maybe, if you say, how was your day at school today? They might not tell you much, but you can ask them some Would You Rather questions and get their ideas or opinions on why they would choose one or the other, which is really fun. And then you've got the highlights book there, the hidden pictures.
Yes,
Love
some of our
those as a
staffers,
kid.
by the way, we were bonding over the highlights because we grew up with these and love these. And I'm like, I would do this right now as an adult.
Exactly.
They're so much
Exactly.
fun. Yes. And I like the fact that you're kind of pointing to some of the brain games in the basket, right? Because you also have some basket ideas, not only like crafty ones, but STEM lover ones, sensory seekers as well. So you've got some great tips and advice for parents so they can kind of create their own baskets and likely keep them screen free. Any other advice, any more advice you'd like to share with parents as they're starting to head towards the holiday?
Yeah, I would say, obviously kids are going to get lots of candy and lots of chocolate around this holiday. So I tried to find items that they can use to engage, get creative, learn. So one of the really fun items in the STEM basket is this digital microscope, for example. This
That's
is
cool.
really, really cool. So you can actually, it's got this little screen, and you can go on like a nature walk, and kids can, look at leaves, look at plants as they're walking. So trying to find different products or things that will maybe last a little bit longer than a candy or a chocolate that's gone.
Yes, because candy's not cheap either, right? So why not just get something that that they're going to use for a while that's also going to entertain and educate, and maybe, shrink down the amount of sweets in the basket. Kim, thank you so much. Where can people go so they can learn more about the amazing books and the ideas that you have?
Yeah, so you can find me on my website, thebestideasforkids.com, or on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok at Best Ideas for Kids.
Wonderful. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to join us all the way from Toronto, Canada. Kim, you take care, my friend, and happy Easter.
Thank you, you too.
All right, everyone, as mentioned, we're giving away these Easter baskets, so it's time to win with Idaho Today. You can win these amazing baskets with all the craft materials and STEM games furnished by Best Ideas for Kids. There's a Crayola Coloring Tools craft book. And also we got the brain puzzles plus Would You Rather that you just heard about from Kim too. All you got to do is head on over to ktv.com/win or find our social pages. It's Idaho Today with the number 7 on Facebook and Instagram. You have until Wednesday, the 16th at 9 a.m. to enter to win. And one winner is going to get both of these baskets. Both baskets. So good luck to you. Do not delay. Enter to win now because Peter Cottontail is coming before you know it. Well, speaking of cute, fluffy animals, Pet Picks is coming up next.